I'm in Penticton, BC. I'm sitting at a beach at Lake Okanagan, or Okanagan Lake. Not really sure how you say that. Very few places where I can park my bus and walk a few feet, stick my feet in the water. Well, I spent the day hanging out in the water. I wanted to fly my drone, but I couldn't do that. A guy was sitting beside me blasting his music too loud, so I couldn't do any sort of voice kind of video. So I just sat there and enjoyed the cool breeze and the cool water. Today, I'm driving to Kelowna. I pulled over at the first picnic area that I could find after leaving Penticton. It's beautiful. Have a look around here. So I pulled over for a couple of reasons. I wanted to check to see if I could get some water here, but they do have restrooms, or apparently they have restrooms. They have buildings that look like that. So I'm going to give one a try. What does it say? Share this facility with others. You can stay 2 feet apart. That's kind of a interesting sign for, where is it? Right there. For a park area. Well, those are very nice. Very well maintained, nice and bright because there's a skylight. I'm walking along some pretty uneven ground, but I'm trying to give you an idea what this particular rest stop looks like. I haven't actually looked for rest stops on this trip because I've usually just been driving from A to B. Today I'm going to try and stop off at different spots, maybe get you to see what's going on. But this was a little frustrating because my drone has a low battery. It has a low battery because I tried at each of the beaches in Penticton to use it, but I was always having trouble with the fact that those were restricted areas, and DJI has that drone set up so that it won't fly where it's not supposed to. It's kind of good because it keeps me from breaking the law, but it ran my battery down. Now we're back on the road in about 10. At the next rest stop, I found these guys with radio-controlled airplanes. They're 1/4 scale. The problem is when I was shooting it, every time I would, it happens frequently that you will push the button, think you're recording something, and in fact, that you just turned it off. So I had a lot of recording that I kind of messed up, but I'm able to give you some views of these airplanes. The guys were really cool. They're really friendly and didn't have any problem with me shooting them. The road from Penticton to Kelowna basically follows the shoreline on the lake. It's very beautiful. I'm probably just driving through. I just want to look at the place. Do you have camp?
I have none available today.
Yeah.
Pretty much full till the end of August almost.
Yeah.
The north campground though, have you been up to that one?
No.
You came from the south?
I came from south, yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah, take a drive through ours, and then when you go back to the highway, head like 400 yards down on the right, and it's north campground.
Yeah.
And if they have one of these green ones, it's either for a night or 1 or 2 nights.
Yeah.
And you just back into it, and someone comes around and collects from you.
Oh, I see. So if you find one.
You just back in it.
Awesome.
Back in it and claim it.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
How much, and how much is it?
35.
Okay.
And that's how it works in the north campground.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
This is a BC Provincial Park campsite. It's called Okanagan Lake Provincial Park. And I'm going to drive through this, a little bit through the south end, and then take you to the north park. This is a very, very beautiful park, and for $35 I'm tempted to stay. But basically these parks are built for people with kids, people who must have a reservation. They only have 2 weeks and they can't be fooling around trying to find places, and they really just want to go someplace and park for 2 weeks. Well, I'm at the north side campground, and although she told me that there is a possibility there would be a free space, there wasn't. I drove through the whole thing. All I found was reserve signs. Well, I did find a place to dump my garbage and get some water. At the moment, I'm filling my 25-gallon tank of water. That's the water that produces, or that provides water for my shower. And I've got this set up, it's like an overflow tube. As soon as the tank is full, this is supposed to blow some excess out here. We hope it's working. I bought this hose, it's 50 feet. Bought it the other day. Prior to that, I haven't actually needed a hose. I usually just filled a 5-gallon bucket or a 5-gallon container and poured it into my reserve tank. This water cannot be drinking unless it's boiled, so I won't be using it for drinking water. This is nice. That feels good. By the time you get to Kelowna, traffic builds up, much like any large city, and you go over a beautiful little bridge. Well, now I'm in Kelowna. My bus is parked for 3 hours, or at least an hour. And I'm going to go wander in the city park. Beautiful place. Find a spot where I can sit quietly and edit my video in the shade, but still enjoy some of the people that are walking around. Enjoy, you know, like doing some people watching. I'm just holding my phone in my hand like I did on the first days of my video. I didn't bring a little tripod unit, so it might be a little bumpier than normal. I'm going to go over, sit by the water. There's a nice breeze, and I'll have a bit of shade, and I can edit the video. I've got 31 minutes of video clips, so it's going to take me quite a while to edit it. I'm not sure if I want to lie down or sit on the park bench. I'll probably just sit on the grass. This is my view. Well, I got the 31 minutes down to about 12 minutes. It was pretty easy because while I was shooting those airplanes, I shot a whole bunch of crap. I don't know if anybody really knows what that's like. You know, I set up the phone so that I'm going to get the shot that I want. Then I push my button, and if I don't check to see that I'm actually shooting, I sometimes turn it off. And all I end up with is the little bit that I used to set up the shot. So it was very frustrating to run into these guys with these awesome airplanes and not be able to show you more. In fact, I could have made a whole video about that. I had them flying and landing and taking off, and I talked to the guys as well. They showed me little bits about the airplane. So I could have made a whole video about that, but I screwed it up. So many days are like that. You know, I can't fly my drone because the batteries died. They died because I was trying to run it the other day in areas it wouldn't work. Anyway, so this day was a whole bunch of screw-ups, and thank you for watching. If you made it this far, you get a thumbs up. I'm going to be continuing to try to make good videos, and I'm probably going to continue to screw up a bunch of things, but that's life. That's the way it is. And that bus over there, that helps me bring you some of this content. I'm going to be in Kelowna for 2 weeks until the end of the month, but there's lots of nice things here, and I'll be going to different places, so it's much easier for me to make videos than it is while I hang out in my city in Vancouver. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more of what I do, subscribe. You might see a few things on the planet that you've never seen before. Like, I've never seen those quarter scale RC models. In fact, I've always sort of dreamed of having something like that. But then, you know, I now know that if I had that, I would lose interest. I could spend months building the airplane and making it awesome. Then I would take it out and fly it like 3 times, and then I'd be bored with flying. I know I'd be bored because I'm bored with my with my drone already, and I've only actually flown it about, I don't think I've flown it for an hour. Anyway, thanks again. Thanks for watching. You could be doing lots of other things, but thanks for watching my videos. See you tomorrow. Motorcycles always happen when I'm trying to say goodnight.